Okay, welcome back everyone to part 2 of our June Cloudy Nights Observers Challenge. We got through about half of our objects last night, and tonight we're going to finish it all up. So, well, again, for those of you who are new to the... Okay, hold on, I got to mute that out. I don't know why it unmuted itself. Okay, here's what... I am using to bring you the pictures tonight, an 8-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope with a 0.63 reducer on the back and a 183 color camera on that, and it's all riding on an AM5 harmonic mount, and there's a table set up right here behind where I am currently sitting and talking to you, and that's what's going to bring us the pictures tonight. And it is a bit breezier tonight than last night. Unfortunately, the breeze kind of fooled me. I sat out here for a while, about half an hour ago, and the breezes were very calm, and I thought, great, no problem. And as I set up, they got stronger and stronger and stronger. So, not sure what's going to happen, but we are definitely going to have a breezier night. Anyway, here is what is left of our list. And so, let's see about getting going on this. So 58.99 looks like a good first target. Okay, and and you know what? I did all that without turning the test pattern off. So bad me. Okay, there again is my 8-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope riding on the AM5 mount, and that's what is bringing us the images today. Okay, so. No, what am I doing now? I need to go to... Nope, not that screen. I need to go to here. Okay, so 58.99. We'll send the scope over to that. And it's going to put us right up nice and high. Really high. We're going to be dancing around the meridian tonight. Hopefully catching things before they go across, but we'll see. There's a whole bunch of them in here that are really close together, so that plan may or may not work. We may have to do a couple of meridian flips. Okay. In the meantime, let's get going on our first object. Okay. And it's going to be 58.99. So, and GC. Whoa! I don't know what just happened there. Try this again. Oh, I know what happened. Put my fingers in the wrong place. 58.99. Okay. Wikipedia has never heard of a 58.99. Okay. No. Wikipedia has never heard of a 58.99. So, let's see if this 58.99. Do a regular Google search. Spiral Galaxy. So it is a group. Let's try 58.93. Is 58.90 in this? No. Chances are this is a Hickson group. Well, let's see. Let's get our colors balanced here. And let's see what the SharpCap annotation can show us. Obviously we've got that's a pretty cool little bunch of stars there. And the stars are a little bit oblong-y because my guiding is not great because of the wind. But we'll just have to deal with it. Okay, NGC 5899, which according to Wikipedia does not exist. So that's pretty interesting. Cool. But I think this is probably a Hickson compact group. Botes. Spiral galaxy. Apparent right declination, sidereal, finder chart, satellite map, photometry information, everything except basic information like how far away it is and how big it is. Oh well. It's a pretty cool looking galaxy. Back up. 5895 or 96. 5895. Nope. 5896. Nope. And you see 5896. Ah. Small spiral galaxy. And you see 5896. Which one was 5896? 5896. I don't know. Okay, 5896 is somewhere here. 5896. 5896 is in a near. It's not on the screen. Well, that galaxy is almost a billion. It's almost a billion miles. A million light years away. It's 953 million light years away. Wherever it is, I can't seem to. It's supposedly part of this group, but it doesn't want to show up in the. Let's see if 5896 will show up here. NGC 5896. It's right there. Now I need you to be back to the center. Yeah, it's just my field of view is just barely too small to actually see it. So anyway, the object in question was 5899. I don't think. Let's look at where is this one, then this. I think 5866, 5899. Yeah, so 5899 was actually the numbered object that we were trying to get. So there it is, dead center. Alright, let's check our histogram here. Make sure our colors are balanced. And bring that back over. It's a pretty cool looking galaxy. It obviously has a number of friends with it here. Okay. Hey Mundus, how are you tonight? Not cold enough to go outside and stargaze here yet. Okay, not cold enough. Not sure what that means. Alright. So 58.99, we're cruising along on that. Spiral Galaxy. Let's get that music going in the background. Okay, now brave Stellarium. That should about do it. Guiding is actually not too bad. I guess I must have just gotten a bad sub on the first couple of subs there. Got little stars a little ovally, but let's see what roll put about 58.99. You had to go to the universe. Galaxy located 125 million light years. 125,876,792.41 light years? That's a pretty specific number. How they got that number. Anyway, 125 million looks like for this guy here. He says we have bugs that won't become inactive until about 48 Fahrenheit. Huh. Okay. Well, will you get that cool? You must be in a pretty cold place. I won't see 48 degrees Fahrenheit until probably October. So, Peter, how are you doing? Yeah, it's plenty warm here as well. I think we got close to 115 today. So, yeah, you guys are probably about 110 there. It's a bit warm, but we're in for a cool-off now, they're saying, this weekend. It's actually going to be cooling off a bit, which will be kind of nice. Stars are almost looking out of focus, but I know we're in focus, so okay. You're 7,600 feet. Okay. I gotcha. You're at altitude where it's going to get chillier. Yeah, I used to live in the Rockies, so I think we talked about this last night. Yeah, now I'm remembering. You said you were in an alpine desert. Okay, so there's 58.99. Got that one. Who's next? I think you're going to be next. You're the next one on the PGC 56079. Alright. Next target. So of you there. And get going on this. So this one is going to be oh, this is Hickson, part of the Hickson group 78. So this is part of this one here. Hickson Compact Group. Alright, so we're going to be doing 78, which is going to be this one. Oh, that's good. They make a link to nothing. Well done, guys. It just gives a location. Okay, well, we'll see what our first image looks like here. They're tiny little guys, but there's definitely a group of them. Definitely a group of them in here. You can see them. It's a whole group. Let's see how many the annotation can pick out. Really only a couple. But this is obviously another one here. Looks like another one there. They're probably just too faint for my catalog. My catalog only goes down to mag 18, and these here are already close. Or that one's close anyway. So this is Hickson Compact Group 78. Looks like I need to adjust some colors here. Alright, and I need to unclip the blacks. Back that off a little bit. Got a satellite bombing through. Yeah, I'm not sure how far away this is. Let's see. very small, faint little group. But there's a bunch of them. I think I'm going to finish this sub up and then go to a bright star nearby and check my focus. Even though I did my focus right before coming on tonight, it just looks to me like the focus is out. So I'm going to go probably back to Vega and do a quick focus check here. Just these the side stars, the stars look blurry to me. In fact, the objects look kind of blurry too, so I think that's what I'm going to do, is go check my focus. Alright. You click on Vega, and of course Stellarium won't select Vega. Because why would it select the big, bright, obvious star when it can assume you mean an invisible, inconsequential galaxy? Alright. There we are. Let's put you right in the middle and get you checked. See, the stars on the outside look blurry. Not really sure why, but anyway, I'm gonna go check. Okay, yeah, the focus went out that fast. Very interesting. Okay. So, who's next? I guess 6015 will be next. Yep. Okay, let's go. Okay. Well, we should have better luck now. Not sure how the focus got off by that far in that brief a time, but it did. Okay, NGC 6015 is next. We've done 5899 already. So, okay. Okay, so 6015 is what's coming up now. 6015. Another galaxy that Wikipedia has never heard of. Let's see what Roll had to say about it. 6015 right there. Yep, had to go to Sky and Telescope to learn something about it. Description, 40 million light years. It's a warped... It's a warped galaxy. Okay. So it's a irregularly shaped galaxy. Oh, and I know another thing I forgot to do was put my flat in. Alright, well, the images should be substantially better now. Because we're in focus and I've got flats applied. In fact, we'll just start this right over. That off a little bit, make it a little less noisy. Hey, you can see there's some nice spiral arms in this already. So this is 6015, yeah? This is 6015, yes. Feels like I put that up here. For those who know to look up in that box up in SharpCap, I could put it there. It's a nice little start to a little galaxy, though. Hey, Ronald. Things are looking pretty good tonight. Got about the same conditions as last night. It's very dry and warm here right now. Where it's about 115 here today, and we're just in a warm, dry, typical June spell for this part of the world. So the air's dry, the transparency's real good. Just got a little bit of a breeze on and off that dealing with here. But so the guiding is hit and miss, but other than that, it's going pretty darn well. I just had to refocus my scope because somehow it came unfocused after only, well, I was going to say after I've only done a couple of objects, and it looked unfocused for both of them, even though I had just focused before starting. But I had to refocus again, and now the images are going to be a lot better. If I had the time, I'd go back and do the first couple I did when I was out of focus, but just don't have the time. Got to keep moving forward. How are things for you? Oh, thank you for the compliment on part 1. Yeah. Last night was a little bit breezy to start, but then the breeze just died way off. And it was a gorgeous night for the rest of the way. Kind of hoping that that happens again tonight, but the forecast isn't indicating it. Although the breeze is tapering down nicely, so there is hope. But yeah, we had a pretty warm day. Pretty darn warm day today, so. But it's normal June weather for us. 115-ish. 110 plus is kind of normal for us this time of the year. But it's well, as they say, a dry heat. It really is very dry. We're well down into single digits relative humidity. So, 4% relative humidity, 5% relative humidity. So it's very dry. So our swap coolers work really well. Keep us cool inside even when the outside temperatures are doing something not so cool. It's later in the summer when we really kind of suffer a little bit, when the humidity, the monsoonal moisture kind of moves in. The hurricanes get rolling and push Gulf air west across northern Mexico, and it kind of gets pushed up into us here in the desert southwest. Our humidity levels will go up to 15 or 20% relative, which to most of you sounds like nothing, but out here at 110 degrees, 15% humidity means the swamp coolers are not working nearly as efficiently as they do at 5% humidity, so it just kind of gets sticky and uncomfortable. But June is usually hot but comfortable. Right now, let's see what the temperature is right here right now. It is 96 right now. So the sun set about 2 hours ago and it's 96 still here. But but it's not uncomfortable. Just a light little breeze. 96 degrees, but it's very dry, so it's not sticky at all. It's real dry, comfortable. I grew up in northern New England, where if it's 80 degrees, you're miserable because it's also 80% humidity. So I'll take the 115 out here over the 85 there anytime. Humidity is not a lot of fun. Santa Clarita, yeah, you can get warm there. This pretty little galaxy's coming out pretty good. Zoom in a little bit more at the risk of it turning grainy on you guys, but definitely got some nice spiral arms here. Sort of not really well defined, but they are there. Some nice colors too, a very yellow core and a lot of blue star forming regions in the outer parts. So not a bad little galaxy there, NGC 6015. Oh, and we get bombed by a satellite. Look at that. Love my unstack button. Back that baby right back out and keep on trucking. Love the unstack button. I think we got pitch it a little bit more. $60.15. Okay, what's going to be next? I think we'll do this PGC next. Hickson Group 80A. All right, it's a sweet little galaxy. 40 million light years away. Okay, and let's go to the next target. Very short slew away. And I think we should be able to just go. I shouldn't need to plate solve on that. That was a very short slew. This will be another Hickson compact group. Let's see what, this is 80, I believe. 78, 84, 80. Let's see what his page has to say. HEC 80. Draco. Group members. No, that's not much. Okay. He doesn't have much on what this is, so we'll have to see what we can see. Yeah, there's a group up there. Like all these groups, it's very, very small. Yep, there it is. Very small, but definitely there. think you meant, did you say far right, meaning this one here? Should probably go in a little bit further. It'll get grainier the further I go in, but it's a pretty small little group. Yeah, it's a small little spiral, looks like. It looks like I can see a core and a ring, but not much more than that. Don't know if it's an actual spiral or not. Hard to tell. I think we'll do 6058 next. And our angle of progression here, I think that's probably the next one to do. Alright, Hickson Compact Group 80 and friends. Definitely some fuzzies up there. Yeah, that's a PGC Galaxy over there. 267, 6769. Cool, okay. Well, moving on to the next thing. Next target. And we will get 6058 next. Yep. Well, this is a planetary nebula. Okay. Planetary nebula, huh? Okay, let's get you in there. And then we will plate saw of you. Let's put you right there in the center. And then nice little breeze kicking up here in the last minute or so. Okay, so this is 6058. Let's see if we have 6058. Nope. Boy, we seem to be running just 6056, 6158. There is no NGC 6058 according to Wikipedia. PK, a planetary nebula. is, and look at that, we got a satellite bombing through right on the first go. Well, we can at least run a color balance and... Yeesh, no. Actually, that was a mistake. The satellite threw the color balance way out. Anyway, we're going to delete this first sub because the satellite trail is going right through the middle of it, but this is a very nice little planetary nebula. You can see a very clear blue ring. That's a very cool deal. Alright, let's clear this. Clear that first sub and recolor balance. Yeah, that's better. Okay, look at that beauty. That's nicely contrasted with the yellow and the red star too. Cool, okay. Well, we'll see what this turns into. In the meantime, I'm going to look and see if GC 6058, if I can get 6058, if I can find some other information on it here. It's 13,000 light years away. About 13,000 light years away. Ronald asks, are you running any filters tonight? Yeah, just UVIR. That's all. This looks like it's gotten red on me here. There we go, that's better. Got a bit red. Typically, that's all I run is UVIR out here because I am blessed with dark skies. I don't need any light pollution stuff. I typically just run UVIR. When I want to do nebula stuff, like when the moon is out or whatever, and I want to just do nebulas, then I do have an NBZ, an original NBZ that I will use now and again for doing some nebula stuff, some dual band things, but I usually, actually I was going to say I only use that with the Hyperstar, but I have used it with the 0.63 reducer as well when doing exactly this, planetary nebulae. I will sometimes use the NBZ for that because it helps cut back everything else. Like the NBZ would eliminate a lot of these small stars that we see in this image here. It will just help clean it up a little bit more. But mostly I just run UVIR and nothing else because I can. At the risk of it getting really grainy, We can definitely see some more detail though in this. You know, even a little bit of a pole here. We got a little bit of something sticking out on the end here. It's kind of cool. Pretty cool that Roll mixed in a couple things other than galaxies. This is one nice colorful little addition to mostly monochrome galaxies. But Planetary Nebula about 13,000 light years away. And basically it's a planetary nebula is a main sequence star much like our own sun going through its initiating its death process, basically blowing off its outer layers and illuminating, fluorescing those layers as they spread out away from the star, which is why they have these interesting little shell type shapes and colors, and sometimes they're polar shapes, sometimes they're round, sometimes they're weird shapes, all kinds of different things. So cool that he put this in here. But we got a couple of foreground stars here that are most probably in front of it. But it is a nice little planetary. I wonder how far I can zoom in before the image just starts falling apart entirely. Definitely got a nice little central star there. Almost you can see the sort of some poles sticking out here. Sort of gets fatter on this side. So that's often the case with planetary nebulae. They'll kind of like a magnet will arrange filings along its poles. So a star also has magnetic poles, and the planetary nebula, the gas it's blowing off, will sort of arrange in slightly polar arrangement as well. It's a pretty cool little thing, though. Neat. Okay. Well, there's a nice little colorful break from our parade of galaxies. Nice one. Okay. Now what? We don't have anything else. Oh, no, they're all up here. Okay. So we've done these three, that one and that one. So now I think it's 6140 is going to be next. It looks like the next one in the parade. Okay. Yep, I think so. Okay, let's go. Oh, where are you? That one, that one. Go back up north a little bit. And do 6140. Alright. My slews are off by about 0.3 of a degree all night. $61.40. Let's see if we have a Wikipedia entry for that. $61.40. No. There is no Wikipedia entry for $61.40. Guess we're hitting on all the NGC numbers that Wikipedia doesn't have tonight. Let's see what NGC 6140, 6015, 6140. Cloudy nights. Estimated 26 million. Distance estimated by redshift is 42 million. So maybe it's like 35 million or something. Numerous galaxies in the field. That's a beautiful satellite bombing right through there. Beautiful satellite bombing right through, so we'll obviously have to nuke that frame. But it is a pretty cool looking galaxy. So, start this again. Hopefully be satellite free. Yay. for a few and see what we get. This one is kind of interesting. Obviously a barred spiral of some sort, although the spiral arms are not very strong, but definitely a very bright bar in the middle. Let's see what a few more subs bring out. Gonna have to watch my meridian here. Make sure I don't get too close to it. Boy, the guiding has suddenly gone bonkers. Yeah, just one bad section. Oh well. That may mean I'm gonna unstack this next sub if it makes a one bad sub makes ovally stars. Didn't seem to do much of anything. So I guess we're okay. Definitely an interesting galaxy. Very wispy. A strong bar in the middle. A few regions of probably star formation. Very wispy outer part out here. I could probably stretch this a little bit harder. Actually, I can adjust all of this. Just all of this a bit more so you guys can see a bit more of it. Pretty interesting galaxy. And got an A-bell next. I got a few PGCs out here. Actually, if I do the A-bell, then I can just go out and get those. So yeah, we'll just do the A-bell here, and then we'll go out and get these few out here. We've done 6058 already, so we'll do the A-bell next. No, that ain't it. That's not the A-bell. We need the A-bell. It won't select the A-bell. Okay, so we need to pull it up here. Select it that way. Okay, but in any event, there is NGC 6140. Pretty cool. Okay, now we're going to do Abel 2218. Probably won't even need to plate solve for that. It should be pretty close right off the bat. And lo and behold, we have a Wikipedia entry. It's a large cluster of galaxies over 2 billion light years away in the constellation of Draco. Acting as a powerful lens, it magnifies and distorts all the galaxies lying behind the cluster core into long arcs. The lensed galaxies are all stretched along the cluster's center, and some of them are multiply imaged. The lensed galaxies are particularly numerous as we are looking in between two mass clumps in a saddle region where the magnification is quite large. I think this is probably going to be it up here. But we can believe that is going to be it. Small and faint. I don't see any mention in the annotation about an Abel number, but that's gotta be where it's at. Let's color balance this out. Back it off to make it a little less noisy. And collect a few subs. I'm pretty sure all these specks in here are the lensed galaxies. This is all the core and cluster of them in here. Just barely make out the faint spots of them on my screen. I think you can see them as well. Yeah, so it looks to me like these splotches in here are the galaxies, the 2 billion light year away galaxies. Just in here, all these. Then they're also yellowish and reddish, orangish because of the redshift. So this whole little clump here is, I'll just go in. This whole little clump here of galaxies is all a very large galaxy cluster that is creating so much gravity it's actually lensing the galaxies way behind it, making them appear a lot closer. So in fact, according to Wikipedia, this was this structure, Abell 2218, was used as a gravitational lens to discover the most distant known object in the universe as of 2004, which was a galaxy 13 billion years away. Yeah, so that's what they are there. All these little splotches of these very distant galaxies. Well, that's pretty cool. And then obviously a barred spiral here. It's the one we can see for sure. It's a local galaxy, quote unquote local. But these are all billions away. Anyway, Abell 2218. Pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going to do a PGC 58664. We've done all of these. We haven't done this one yet. Oh, we also haven't done this one yet either. Okay, I may have to do that one next actually. Actually, let's just go do that one now. Come on. Do that one now. Back forward. Back to the north. Still got that breeze hanging around. Getting up pretty close to the pole. Guiding may be interesting on this. 0.3 degrees again. Alright, let's see what we get from this one. So this is another Hickson group, Hickson 84. So another compact group of galaxies. Good day, Mark. How do they know if it's a Barlow or a reducer? I think they just get to pretty much make it up, since they have the only telescopes that can actually see this stuff with any clarity. I think they can just randomly decide. Anyway, there's Hickson Compact Group 84. I don't know that we can individually pick up the annotation. Yeah, it just says it's a compact group. So, a whole bunch of galaxies in there. Anyway, moving on to the next, which is going to be out here, 58664, where we already slewed earlier, but then had to come back for our one lone A-bell that was, or one lone thing that was there. So it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 left here from this high part of the sky. Okay, so you are good to go there. Let's get you plate solved on. Okay, well, that said it was 1.5 degrees off, which is a little weird. Let's see what we get with our first sub. Hopefully we'll see our object. Oh, now it's saying it's right on it again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's back off our stretch a little bit for the first couple of subs. How's things down under, Mark? We hit almost exactly 50 degrees C today. Well, at least my outdoor thermometer said it was 121, which I think is 1 degree shy of 50 C. I think my outdoor thermometer reads a little warm, but I think it was only like 115. But mine indicated 121 today, so almost 50 C on my thing, even if it is a wee bit off. Okay, well, we definitely have something there. And the guiding looks like it's going just bonkers. So let's just stop it. Redo, restart, clear this, see what happens. I get lost. You got to 2C this morning. Yeah, actually, our overnight was 20C, right? It was 69 degrees, which I think is 20 degrees C. So we went from 20 to 50. A 30 degrees centigrade swing, which is a little over a 50 degree Fahrenheit swing. According to my outdoor thermometer, the overnight low was 69 and the daytime high was 121. So that's just over 50 degree Fahrenheit swing. Alright, let's see. Do a little bit of color balance on clip the blacks. Come on. Get this in there with a little bit more. Boy, it's very small. It is indeed very small. Is this 2 galaxies? PGC 4543183. Whoa, that's a mouthful. 58664. What did he call it? Oh, shoot. That was not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Okay, so we have to go find this all over again. Yeah, I don't know. Does he have this as a... Come on, where are you? UGC 110491. How does he have this listed? I don't know. ARP 125. There it is. ARP 125. Okay, does it have an individual page of not really much information? Okay, yeah, but that's what it is. It's this one thingy here and another one there. Okay, well, that's... Whoops. Where am I here? This is... So that's kind of what we're seeing here. There's two little galaxies here. Only got to 18. Well, our low beat... See, our low beat your high. I never have done the invert thing. Some people like doing that for the galaxies. Invert the display. Does kind of actually make it look a little more interesting. Somehow it makes it look less grainy or something, I don't know. But that's definitely it. ARP125, I guess I should put that up here. ARP125. Doink. Kind of fun. Clear nights for the next few days also, so probably get colder. That's what's going to happen here. Today was, like 115 forecast high. Tomorrow's like 113 or something. And then 108 on Friday. 99, I think, on Saturday. 97 on Sunday. So it's like we got like a cold front blowing through. So that's why it's a little bit breezy tonight, because we're going to start cooling off. Yeah, so we're actually going to cool off here a bit. We're going to start cooling off here a bit. I'm going to go refill my water. I'll be right back. ARP-125. Interesting little pair. And next, PGC 59072. Yeah, it was right there. Did anybody come on and ascend tonight, Mark? I didn't have a chance to go over and look. Let's see what roll put for ARP-312. 525 million light years away. It's these three here. Oh, maybe it's these here. I don't know, maybe it's all of them. The three major galaxies. MCG. I have MCG numbers, I don't have PGC numbers. I would think it would be these three here. These two look like stars to me. So I would think it would be these three here would be ARP-312. Breeze is starting to pick up here a little bit. Too much politics and war stuff. Yeah, that's kind of why I've kind of gotten tired of it a little bit. Just a bunch of Republican politics and blah blah blah. So, kind of gone back to YouTube for a bit to take a break from it. So, yeah, enjoying my YouTube again. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't either. But, and we'll see. Yeah, see, it's these three here that look like the ARP3 galaxies. This, and this are stars. These are stars. This might be a galaxy, but these two are stars, so I don't buy the annotation that these three are the ARP312. No, I think it's this one here. I think it's these three that are ARP3. This side you can actually see a little bit of a wispy, almost like straighter spiral arms coming off this one. I will say this, got great colors in this one. One of the things I like about the 183, it does great colors. I've tried other cameras, and they just don't do the colors as well as the 183, the venerable old 183. It's a noisy-ish sensor, grainy, and you've got to keep your calibration files up to date, but it does a great job with the colors. It's still a great camera, especially for short focal length, which I'm not right now, but that's why I haven't been. It's still a great camera. Yeah, you got to keep your darks and flats up to date. But as long as you do that, it's a great sensor. It's a little more work than the newer crop of sensors that now have no amp glow, but it's still a great sensor. And for short focal lengths, it's hard to find a better one. ARP312. So now we will go to so now we'll go to this neighbor right here, and I can't select it. 59113. Okay, let's next target and go. Doink, and we'll just go because it was an extremely short slew. We should not need any plate solving for that one. ARP208. See if we can find anything on that. ARP208. No. Got nothing there. Well, let's see what roll we have this. ARP208. Oh, just another funny. Just other images. No other info. Okay. Well, let's see what we get. Very small. A bit blue. Needs time to clean up. Needs some time to clean up. Alright, well that one came out not too bad given how tiny it is. Ooh, we are quickly on the meridian. Okay, I've got this guy to go here. 6043 is not what we're looking for. 6095 is the Draco Dwarf Galaxy. Okay. And we're off that one, and we're going to this one. Everybody else has pretty much gone across, but we've done them all. Okay, Draco Dwarf Galaxy. Let's see what you are. I guess, Mark, these are all targets you can't see from your part of the world. They're all pretty far north. Yeah, really close to the pole, so not friendly to you down under. Wikipedia actually has an entry on this one. It's a spheroidal galaxy which was discovered by Albert George Wilson at the Lowell Observatory in 1954 on photographic plates. It's part of the local group and a satellite galaxy of the Milky Way. It's a pretty faint cloud of stars. It's not really, you see 10822. It doesn't really circle anything, does it? Really? Guiding went bonkers there on that first sub, so actually it might even be bad on the second one as well. It says it's there, but I don't see it. Right there, supposedly, huh? When you look at the DSS picture of it, it's a barely discernible cloud of stars against a background of stars. It's like a barely discernible that it's there. I think this one is going to be a bust. It says it's here, but I don't see it. We'll do a couple more subs. I think we're just going to move on because I don't think it's here. Well, it may be there, but it may be there, but not so as I can see it. A bit like Leo 1. Well, no, this one seems to be incredibly fainter than Leo 1. Leo 1 even when it's right next to Regulus, the blinding Regulus, you can still see it. This thing, I can't see it at all. All I see, I mean, it gets lost in the noise of the camera, I guess. I certainly don't see it. And when I'm looking at the image that's in the Wikipedia article of it, it's like it's a barely discernible thing. You know what? I'm thinking maybe it might be a much bigger thing than I'm thinking. One, two, three. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I think it's all of this. When I look at the picture, I'm seeing this star formation, kind of like this triangle of stars here. Yeah, I'm definitely so, and it is all this. It is all in here, according to that picture. So it's actually bigger than I thought. It's actually, this whole thingy in here is it, but damn, it's barely even discernible on their picture. Stretch the heck out of it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick it up. So, but this asterism of these 5 stars is definitely with this little tail here. That's definitely what's in this picture. So, it's this, but I'm not seeing it. My imaging is not getting it. So I don't think I'm going to get much out of this. We'll finish the 5th sub. And, I think the only thing we have left now is, yeah, so we've gotten everything up here. I think the only thing we have left is the one Southern Hemisphere event item he put in his list, which was Trifid. So we're going to go do the Trifid next. I've never done it at 1200 millimeters of focal length, so this will be interesting. Okay, well, that was kind of a bust for us. Let's see how we do with the Trifid. Okay, now I'm going to have to be really careful with my light because the scope is pointing right at me. Alright, where is our marker? There it is, coming into the picture. Okay. Yeah, I should just about fill my screen. Okay. Yeah, just UVIR. That's all I got. See how the light is. I may have to just put my go get my light shield and put that on there. Oh, sorry, I missed your question, Mark. What is that down left? I didn't see that question. And now the guider, I think, is complaining a little bit. And we'll see what we get. say, pull us in a little bit of a... There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit off, but not bad. It didn't come out too bad. Satellite's going through it, of course. I've never done it this up close. Usually I'm doing it with the Hyperstar, or I did it with the imaging newt at 450 millimeters. Was that 450? Something like that. I think 450 millimeters. I've done it. Actually, I haven't done it with the Hyperstar. I got the Hyperstar in January over the winter. I haven't done any of the summer stuff with the Hyperstar, so looking forward to that. So this is kind of our dessert after a long list. This is kind of our dessert for the for making it our celebration. Took 2 nights to get through this list, but we finally did it. And this is the payoff. A little preview of what's coming in the summertime. Again, the 183 is kicking ass on the colors. Alright, for those who are interested, a little bit more about this object. The Trifid Nebula, or Messier 20, was discovered by Charles Messier himself in 1764. Its name means three-lobe. The object is an unusual combination of an open cluster of stars, an emission nebula, which is the reddish-pink section, a reflection nebula, which is most of the blue portion, and the dark nebula, which is all the seams that go through it. This is all dark nebula. So it's a kind of an unusual formation in that it has all 3 types of nebula in one asterism. So that's kind of cool. What do I have to say about it? Distance is about 4,000 light years away from us. Yeah, this is one of the bright gems of the summer. There's so many of them, though, in this region that it's kind of hard not to... kind of hard to pick a favorite, but this is definitely a very colorful one. Lagoon is nice too, but that would be too big for my my field of view. Yeah, Lagoon would just exceed my field of view by a lot. So close-up images show a dense cloud of gas and dust, which is a stellar nursery full of embryonic stars. The cloud is about 8 light-years away from the nebula's central star. A stellar jet protrudes from the head of the cloud and is about 3/4 of a light-year long. The jet's source is a young stellar object deep within the cloud. Jets are the exhaust gases of star formation, and radiation from the nebula's central star makes the jet glow. I think that would take a closer close-up than I can do. Let's see what the temperature is right now. It's midnight here, and it is 92 degrees or 33 mark temperatures at midnight. Yeah, this always has great colors. It's a very pretty object. And it's the last one I'm doing tonight because it's after midnight now and I gotta be up in a few hours to get my bike ride in before it gets 110 degrees. So this will be my last object for the night, but yay us for getting through the entire list in 2 nights, 4.5 hours to get through the whole list, but totally worked. And a nice way to finish it here with the Trifid. So thanks to Roll for a great list. Obviously galaxy heavy, but you know, this is kind of our June is the final hurrah for galaxy season, so it was totally fitting. Great little planetary nebula thrown in there. Oh, that was a fun one. So, yeah, you remember last summer, you're happy to not still be there. You are happy to not still be there. Now you got the chilies. Anyway, there's 10 minutes on the Trifid Nebula. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for sticking it out to the end if you're watching this on the recording. And I will see you next time. Thanks Mark for the chats. And I'll see you again either here on NSN sometime. And yeah, have a great night everybody. And I will see you next time.